Hey guys, so this is the first Dentist of Insta slash Hot Pot podcast vlog. I saw Brett Gilbert's story all of last week, and it was really interesting because he went through each section of his day and he was documenting every little bit and piece of the things that he was doing, and it made me think, you know what, this is something that's really interesting, and it shows what was going into being an endodontist and doing all the work that he's doing and all the media work and all the other bits and pieces that he's doing. And I thought, actually, maybe I'll do something, maybe not on the same intensity as Brett was doing, because he was taking a video every 5 minutes and throwing it on story. Whereas I would prefer just to, at the end of the day, make a quick, short video and really go through what I did today, what I achieved or didn't achieve or hope to achieve, and maybe you guys can see a little bit of what goes into creating these podcasts, which I think would be pretty cool because there's a lot behind the scenes sort of work that goes on. So today, well, I'm about to upload, I'm in the midst of uploading a podcast with Dr. Simon Chard, and that's already on YouTube, so a couple of you guys have already seen that, I'm sure, and some of you will have seen it live when we did it a couple of weeks back, but the audio is now getting put onto Anchor, which is my podcast software. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. We also recorded a podcast for I Talk Dent with Alejandro earlier, and then we did a YouTube live with on my channel, so 2 bits of recording there, and it went pretty well. A couple of audio issues again with the software taking video and audio from Skype to what's called OBS, and then from OBS to YouTube Live. So been a bit of a learning curve for me there. Friday was pretty much a disaster, really. We had a lot of issues with video resizing itself, so I've learned quite a lot about kind of the inner workings of Skype, which I don't think I ever thought I would end up learning about. So what happens is Skype resizes the video from 1080p down to 360 and everything in between, depending on the bandwidth of the person who's sending the video. So what was happening was going like this within the banner that I'd created and the skin that I created for the live. So that was the first thing, and that was visually a little bit annoying. But also Skype was also doing this thing where it was sending the audio multiple times, so you would get at different rates the same audio 3 times on playback. So I sorted that out, and I sorted the video thing out, found out how to do it. It took me a while, learned those settings, and then once I'd finished that, we tried again last night. A couple of guys helped me out, thanks to Ricardo and Noah for that, and then today we went again with Alejandro, but there was a little bit of feedback, this time from my speakers on my MacBook into the mic over here, which was causing a bit of an echo. So I've actually learned I need to put a headphone in and then speak into the mic, which means I have to change the settings a little bit, and then it's all good. So a lot of learning. I worked it out, and actually the next thing I want to do is learn how to record Skype on this camera here, because this is really nice quality, as opposed to the webcam, because the webcam's okay, but look at the clarity and the crispness of the image on the Sony is just much better. So that's my next plan of what I want to achieve and work out how to do. Obviously I can't get the guys on the other end to buy equipment to do that with their cameras, but that's what I want from my side of things, because I want my side to look as perfect and precise as possible. What I'm going to show you now, though, I'm going to turn the camera around and turn the screen. So this is Photoshop, where I was making the skins for the live stream, but obviously we've got Skype, so that's that. This particular panel here, this bit of software controls the camera, how big or small the image is going to be, and I can turn it left and right and stuff to get myself in frame. So that's one piece. This is a bit called OBS. So this is where I actually will then take the video input here from my camera, from this person's Skype camera there, and then that's clean kind of background. I will change this a bit. I think we could possibly make the video a little bit larger. Maybe have some text here and there. This is where I make sure that the audio is not going to blast your ears when we're speaking. So there's a bunch of settings that you have to do. So I went through all these, set them up, and then sent it out to YouTube on the YouTube Live, and then it ends up looking something like this. Let's get, here we go. And it ends up looking like that on screen, and I'm pretty happy with that actually. If you guys can see that. Boom. And that's how it kind of ends up looking. That's what I've been doing the last couple of days, probably since Friday, so it's taken me 4 or 5 days to get it perfectly on point. I'm pretty happy with how that's gone, so yeah, that's me for this week. As always, a big thanks to the guys in the Patreon group, who are the incredible people who support the channel and have been helping me work out all these bits, and you know, hopefully we'll see the quality of the production that I'm doing improve further and further as time goes on. But it's honestly all down to those guys who kind of gave me the confidence to actually say, actually maybe I can do this part-time and maybe even full-time if it really takes off. So big thanks to those guys. That's Dr. George Kwan and Ricardo at the moment, and of course, you know, friends and family as well are on there. So yeah, big thanks to all those guys, and hopefully we'll see more of you join us on the Patreon group. We've got an awesome chat room on Discord, lots of advice and bits and pieces that we talk about. Sometimes it's dental, sometimes it's non-dental, sometimes it's just telling me, actually, you need to change this because it wasn't very good, or actually that's pretty good, man, you know, well done. It doesn't happen often. They like to wind me up, really, which I don't mind. But that's kind of how things go with what's going on Densive Insta and on kind of the Patreon group and all those bits and pieces there. And you know, it's a really nice atmosphere, and it's the best way, I think, of creating a bit of a community around this whole social media kind of narrative, but in a way that's not been done before. So hopefully you guys will join me on there and support what I'm doing. Loads of perks for you. I can reel them off if you like. So you've got things like skipping the queue on Densive Insta for a feature, little perk there. I'm writing some PDFs, so I've written a dental photography checklist. I'm going to be doing the settings soon. I'm going to be doing notes templates as well. All very, very important things. So it might be that I put something in my notes that you haven't thought of, or you know, so you may end up with something that you hadn't thought of recording on your notes, and that's always good because the patient gets a better deal at the end of it, and medically you're going to be safer. So yeah, that's one thing. We get discounts from dental companies. Big thanks to ProDent USA, giving us 20% off on their instruments. They're really nice instruments. I've actually seen them in person when I was in Chicago, and they were pretty nice quality, nice thick handles and stuff. So pretty comfortable to hold. What else have we got on there? Oh yeah, if you're in the slightly higher tier, you get a one-on-one Instagram growth tutorial with me, and that will be working out what your goals are, what kind of pictures you need to post, what kind of things you need to do, all that kind of thing. And actually, we had Gilbert a while back when he won the one-on-one with me when we did a giveaway with Brett Gilbert. And yeah, he's actually getting from near enough nothing when we started, you know, the little consultation. His profile was very small, only 1 or 2 pictures on there. He's now getting, after about 6 to 8 weeks, his first patients from Instagram, and that was during a period of a lockdown as well. So there was a time where he was unable to actually have people in. So once things have opened up, where he is in Calgary, Alberta, he's actually starting to get patients in. So that's really, really cool. So that's something that you'll get quarterly. I think that's everything. There may be some other bits and pieces, but have a look in the Patreon link in the description, and if it's for you, go for it. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. Hopefully we'll see you on the live streams. Hopefully you'll be sending me some pictures that I can feature you guys, and get you a couple of hundred followers if you're lucky and the picture does really well. Or if not, just keep on enjoying the bits and pieces we're doing, and stay safe.